Houthi rebels taking control of cargo ships. The Houthis provided the video and blurred faces, and it all demonstrates how they're disrupting one of the world's busiest shipping lanes in the Red Sea, where thousands of massive cargo ships travel through every year. Signs of a possible regional escalation of the Israel-Hamas conflict, also now affecting the global supply chain.
Welcome to the WSXM podcast, where our United Africa is an undisputed Africa. Welcome, that's my mantra. My name is Briscoe. So tonight we're going to talk about the Houthi rebels, that they are basically pirates, and they are attacking ships, container ships, and oil tankers in the Red Sea, cutting off the route as well, and so they have to go around the whole south coast of Africa to come again. But so you can understand what I'm talking about, watch this video.
Houthi rebels taking control of cargo ships. The Houthis provided the video and blurred faces, and it all demonstrates how they're disrupting one of the world's busiest shipping lanes in the Red Sea, where thousands of massive cargo ships travel through every year. Signs of a possible regional escalation of the Israel-Hamas conflict, also now affecting the global supply chain. A number of the world's biggest oil and cargo shippers have rerouted hundreds of ships to avoid the violence. The White House saying Friday it's monitoring the situation closely. Instead of a direct route from East Asia to ports in Europe, ships are instead going around the southern tip of Africa, estimated to be an extra 10 to 14 days of travel to avoid the attacks. Ill-equipped ports in Africa already becoming overwhelmed with massive cargo ships stopping along the long route. This according to a Reuters report citing shipping companies and analysts. Maersk, one of the largest shipping companies in the world, telling Reuters its vessels will try to gas up at origins or destinations in Europe or Asia to avoid adding more chaos. The attacks already leading to a 5% increase in the cost of shipping a container from Asia to the east coast of the U.S. since October 7th, according to logistics company Freightos. And everyone is keeping a close eye on gas prices, just starting to tick back up, as oil giant BP also diverting shipments.
So, let me just say this one thing that really I didn't like about that commentary. You see, apart from the attack on the ship, which is bad, yeah, we know that, but when they said Africa is ill-equipped to manage the influx of container shipment, that's a very disingenuous statement. Why? Any country, any port, globally, has an influx of container shipments will have issue because what? They're not used to that kind of traffic. If they're used to getting 100 containers per month, 100 container shipments per month, and it jumps to 400, that's a vast amount of container shipment and containers to unload and redirect and oil and fill them up with oil and all that. It's very difficult for any country. So they're making it sound as if Africa is the only country that can manage this kind of influx of new business, when it's not the case. It's any country will have an issue. Anybody, just let me put it in more simpler terms. If you invite 10 persons to come to have dinner home by you, and you have the finest restaurant in the world, but you only invite 10 people, then at the day after the dinner party, 50 people show up. Do you think because you're a 5-star restaurant you can manage those 50 persons because it was unannounced and you wasn't prepared for it? The same thing, no matter what level of restaurant it is. If you had only prepared for 10, you'll handle 10. But if 50 showed up, no way you're gonna manage 50. You're gonna be chaotic. So that's very disingenuous. This is why you see. Anyway, let's finish the video so then we can discuss some more. Boom.
As far as Operation Prosperity Guardian, we've had over 20 nations now sign on to participate. The nations that have agreed to publicly discuss their participation, we've put those out there. Since the announcement on Tuesday, Australia and Greece have also highlighted their participation in this operation.
I know it sounds impressive. 10 nations on Monday, 20 nations by Friday. But who are these members? We know 12 of them. The initial 10 plus Greece and Australia, that leaves 8 unknown countries. Apparently, they don't want to be publicly named. Now, I know masked superheroes are all the rage, but this is the real world. Countries love adding their name to groups and coalitions. So if they're not, it means only one thing. They're not fully invested. And we don't blame them. Even the known members are not keen. Look at Australia. Guess how many soldiers they're sending to the Red Sea? 11. 11 soldiers, no warships, no aircraft, just 11 soldiers. And don't laugh at Australia, because the Netherlands is sending 2 soldiers. Norway is sending 10. So the question is, where is the new hardware that was promised? Well, France and Britain have sent warships, again with a rider. The French ships will remain under French command. They will not take orders from the US. As for new deployments, there is no word. Same with Italy. They're sending a warship to the Red Sea, but it's not part of the US mission. It's part of existing operations, apparently.
So, in the video, you see the Americans, again, the Americans are always trying to be the world police. And in this situation, it's laughable when it's come to the video, because listen, they had said they had 10 people who joined the force, right? Then the following week you have 20, but let's go over here to what's happening. Australia, look, let me just record, I didn't write it down, but okay. Australia has sent 11 soldiers, no warships, no airplanes. Imagine 11 soldiers. Okay, let's continue. The Holland sent 2 soldiers, no warship, no plane. Let's continue. Norway sent 10. So you see let's finish it first. And the other countries, there's some of them send warship, but the warship they send is not under America rule. The countries still retain their the leadership of the destroyers, of the war tankers. France did the same thing. So my point is, this is not no people, and 8 countries don't want to be named. So what is this telling you? People who work in America knows whenever they work in America, they get the bitter end of the stick, and they always get bankrupt or get the blame. Look what happened in Ukraine. It's a side note. When America was back in Ukraine, and then Germany and all this country. Now these countries is backed away from Ukraine because the Germany economy is in shambles. So they stop aiding them, sending war machines, ammunition and money. Stop. Even the big bad America stop sending money to Ukraine. So everybody pull away from Ukraine now. After they force Ukraine into this war, now they live in high and dry. Same thing with this. It's gonna be the same thing. America wanna rush to the Red Sea to stop these attacks from the container shipment and the extra 20 days or 21 days they have to go to the war on the African coast. I started to say this. America can stop this in its track without they don't even know they don't need a military response. All the Houthi rebels are asking for is stop the ceasefire in Gaza. America can convince Israel to cease fire in Gaza because America is the one who is one of the biggest backers of Israel up to this day. And none of these other countries in that side of the world, like Saudi Arabia, Egypt, they will not take part in this. Why? Because they will get backlash if they try to defend Israel by joining this so-called force. So it won't work. So what is going to cause a global uptick in prices in most likely oil, because if oil tankers can pass through the Red Sea and have to go another 20 days around the southern African coast, oil prices are going to definitely rise. It's going to take longer to reach. So and the extra fuel and burning, you have to pay for that. Same thing with the shipment, with all kind of food products, some might get spoiled, clothing. Think of it, whatever is shipped, it's going to be a longer issue and more money. Already arise, according to news report, that China have a 40% increase in the price for shipments already. So you're going to trickle down to the Caribbean, to the Americas, to Asia. Not Asia because it's in Asia, but South America, North America, the Caribbean there, the Caribbean, and Europe, the entire European countries. All that going to be an issue. So anyway, Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. If you agree with my assessment or not. As always, tell a friend, like, comment, share, subscribe. Boom.